Hello everyone, I'm happy to welcome you here at my channel. I would like to share two mini albums that I've recently finished with all of you. The first one is for a man, and I've used the Bow Bunny paper collection, which is called, if I'm not mistaken, Wild Card. For the second, more feminine album, I've used the paper by a Ukrainian brand called Fabrika Decoru, and the paper collection was called Love Letters. So let me show you both of the albums. I didn't know how to call them exactly, so I think I'll call them a Cabbage style albums, and you will understand why just in about a minute. So let's look at the first one, for a man. It has a pull here on the spine and a few embellishments on the second spine here. The album is closed with the cotton ribbon and a little buckle. The buckle is from Tim Holtz. The wheel here is the chipboard wheel, and it's from the Wild Card Bow Bunny paper collection itself. I think it's not the new collection, but the kit for creating this album will be available at Photographs and Memories, and I will post the link to it in the description box down below. So in the kit you will get all the paper and all the brads and everything that you need to create the, this version of the album. So this is how the album looks from the front, and the back is just simple. You open the buckle and the wheel unfolds to the side together with the buckle, is connected to the ribbon with this little brad on the front, and the frame, the chipboard frame here is mostly decorative, and it also helps to keep all the construction together with the wheel on top. So when you unfold the album, this is how it looks inside. You have a section with the opening pages, and on the front inside cover you have a box which holds another little album, and when I say little, I really mean it. There is only one pocket page which is attached to the spine of this album. Okay, so here we have a little flap which helps to pull the album out of the box, and I have a little frame, chipboard frame here on the front cover, and a little paper piece which can hold a picture. I've also used some buttons from the Wild Card paper collection, as well as some stickers and some chipboard buttons like this one, which has a shape of a star. Inside the album, on the front cover, there is a little pocket which holds a few cards and tags from the paper collection. Then, as I've mentioned before, there is one pocket style page which holds a photo mat, and to be able to pull the photo mat easily out of the page, I've added this little piece of ribbon here to the side, so the photo mat goes in. And on the back side, I've also added a pocket which holds more of the tags and cards from the Bow Bunny paper collection. I think it's really good for the masculine projects. So the album goes inside the box, and the box is also embellished in a pretty much minimalistic way, since once again the album is supposed to be presented to a man. So on the spine here, I've also added a little cutout and a chipboard button and a sticker. Now we get to the cabbage part of the album. I forgot to mention that here on this part of the spine, I've also added some chipboard elements. Why I called it a cabbage style album? Because the pages unfold like the leaves of the cabbage, one after another, like that. Okay, so here are the pages, and I will show it to you even closer in a second. I just want you to see everything unfolded. So there is a space here for a picture and a pocket with more photo mats or journaling tags, if you like to call them that way. On this side of the page there is also a pocket with additional photo mats in it. So when you close the pages back, you need to follow a certain sequence. So each one of the pages has an additional flap, and on this flap, for example, I've glued down another chipboard card and added a tag behind it. You can either journal here or add a little picture to glue down a little picture here to the side of this flap. So there is one more space for the photo on this side, and you can tuck the photo just behind the chips here, okay, like that. So here is the next page with the same construction, two spots for the pictures, and here in the flap I have two chipboard pieces and one more journaling tag, which is tucked behind the chipboard pieces. So once again, I fold the bottom page in, and here are the papers that I've used on it. There is a chipboard car here on this side of the page, and the photo can be placed just behind it. The photo size that you can use with this album is either 3.5 by 5 or 4 by 6 is also fine, and this is how the 4 by 6 picture will look like on a page. Now this side of the flap is like that. It's really hard to get everything in the frame. The same thing here, you can tuck that photo behind the decorative die cuts here on the page. And then we get to the last page with another chipboard embellishment here and the picture, which can be placed underneath. On the back side of this page there is a pocket with two more journaling tags and the designer paper. Now here on this side of the page I also have a pocket with two more journaling tags, and on the front I've used some stickers and some chipboard elements like these buttons here, the tiny ones, and the rest of the pieces were just cut out from one of the pages, one of the sheets. Let me fold these in, okay, and close everything back. Okay, so this is the masculine version of this album. I hope you like it. I think it turned out great, and it can be just perfect for any man in your life. So let me close this, and we will get to the feminine version of the album, which is, well, let me put this away, which is here. Okay, so I've also added a pull to the spine, and I've covered the pull with the embossing enamel from Stem Pandas. From this side, the ribbon is attached securely to the spine with a little brad. This is how the back looks like. The ribbon is securely attached to the cover of the album with the cutouts, which are glued down to the back of the album. And on the front, I've added another metal embellishment, this clock here, and it is connected to the ribbon itself. When you open the ribbon, the clock is still on it. Then you pull the ribbon out like so, and on the front frame I've added a little cluster of paper embellishments with the flowers, some lace, and chipboard word love, which has also been distressed with the embossing enamel. And this frame is actually a resin frame that I had in my stash, so I used that one here as well. So this is the chipboard frame, and on the back side, this is how everything looks like. On the cover of the album, I have another group of embellishments. These are some die cuts from the paper collection, some lace flowers, and paper die cuts, and a few chipboard embellishments. The chipboard embellishments are once again by Fabrica Decoro, and this is how the brand is called. You can see it here on the chipboard packaging. So I've used a few of these wonderful roses, and I've also distressed some of them with the embossing enamel from some Stem Pandas. So the same structure here, the box and the album on this side, and the Cabbage style pages on this side of the album. So let's look at the box first. This is the album. It's really tiny in terms of the photos that it can hold. This is the front cover, pocket here on this side of the page, and then a picture can be placed here on the page itself. There is a photo mat inside with a cute little rose here on the side to make it easier pulling the photo mat out. And there is one more pocket on the inside back cover of the album, and that's how the whole album looks like. So I will put it back in the box. This is how the box looks like. Everything is embellished with the designer paper on the inside as well. This is how I chose to embellish the front of the box. I only need to add maybe a few more splatters of the white acrylic paint here and there, but in general the album is already finished, and that's why I'm sharing it with you here today. So this is the front page of the album. once again with the chipboard element here which says blessed, and some I'm roses flowers, and a little paper doily, some lace flowers, and of course the gorgeous die cut out flowers from the paper collection. Let me show you what I'm left with, because I really want you to see the flowers and the cards. The paper is so vintage looking and really beautiful. So here are some of the cards that I'm left with. Oh, out of frame, I'm sorry. Thinking of you, I love you. They are double-sided, but on some of them you will see sentiments in Russian. Now here are the flowers that I cut out from the paper. There was a whole 12 by 12 inch sheet of paper with all these gorgeous flowers that you can cut out by yourself. So the pages open in the very same way. We start here from the top, and there is a pocket here on the inside top page with a few tags. I've added here some photo corners to the pages, and then a 4 by 6 inch picture can be placed inside. Well, I will not do that now because, well, but it will look something like that. Okay, let me unfold this. Here is the bottom section of the page, once again with the pocket and 2 tags inside. There is additional space for a 4 by 6 photo here on this page. When you flip it down, there is another fold out for journaling or a small picture on this flap for a 4 by 6 picture here. And we start the same thing again with a large space for a 4 by 6 picture and some smaller pictures on the smaller flap, like this one for example, that can hold a 3.5 by 5 inch photo, and here the 4 by 6. Then once again the page here with a smaller picture on the flap and the larger one on the main section of the page. And here we have 2 sides which open to the left and the right and have pockets with just a few simple tags inside, which can be used for journaling. More pictures can be added into the pockets themselves, and there is one more space for a 4 by 6 picture here in the center. This is the album. I hope you like both of them. As I've mentioned before, the kit for creating the masculine version of the album with the Bow Bunny paper collection will be available at Photographs and Memories, and I will post the link in the description box down below to the internet site of the store. If you want to make an album with your choice of paper, you can purchase a tutorial through my blog, and the link to it will also appear in the description box down below. In the tutorial I'm using this Fabrica Decor paper, but you can use any paper that you want really, and what you have to understand is only the way of building the album. That's it for today. I hope you will give it a try. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon in the next videos. Bye bye. There is additional space for a 4x6 photo here on this page. When you flip it down, there is another fold out for journaling or a small picture on this flap for a 4x6 picture here. And we start the same thing again with a large space for a 4x6 picture and some smaller pictures on the smaller flap, like this one for example, that can hold a 3.5 by 5 inch photo, and here the 4x6. Then once again the page here with a smaller picture on the flap and the larger one on the main section of the page. And here we have two sides which open to the left and the right and have pockets with just a few simple tags inside, which can be used for journaling. More pictures can be added into the pockets themselves, and there is one more space for a 4x6 picture here in the center. So this is the album. I hope you like both of them. As I've mentioned before, the kit for creating the masculine version of the album with the Bow Bunny paper collection will be available at Photographs and Memories, and I will post the link in the description box down below to the internet site of the store. If you want to make an album with your choice of paper, you can purchase a tutorial through my blog, and the link to it will also appear in the description box down below. So in the tutorial I'm using this Fabrica Decor paper, but you can use any paper that you want really, and what you have to understand is only the way of building the album. So that's it for today. I hope you will give it a try, and let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon in the next videos. Bye bye.